What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? This your man Dre Mac coming to you again with another episode of the Dre Mac Show. Today, I'm going to go over a theory that I dropped on Chillmonger's show. Talos is a real villain of Secret Invasion, and what's going on, Eric Shaw? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to ya. But this is a theory that I pitched on Chillmonger's podcast on Saturday, and I was going to do a actual video on it. And life happened, so I haven't really got a chance to actually do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pitch that theory to you guys, and I got some information that I want to share with you guys as we go over it and everything, and see if you kind of feel what I'm feeling. Shout out to the people who's watching on Twitter. Shout out to the people who are watching on Facebook. If this is your first time catching this live, make sure that you like, share, subscribe to the channel over on the YouTube channel. Make sure you go over to YouTube, click subscribe, and click the bell notification so you never miss when I go live. So you can just kick it with me and everything. If you're coming in, man, all I ask for is thumbs up. If you're watching this on the replay, the only thing I ask for is a thumbs up. I ain't asking for no money, no donations. Just give me a thumbs up. I work everything out. You know what I'm saying? The rest out until I get the memberships. When I get the memberships, though, and everything. But again, hopefully you guys are happy. You guys are healthy. It's early in the morning. I'm still a little sleepy, but it don't matter because you already know how I do it right here. The real question is, good Lord have mercy. I was wondering why that was so loud in my ear. I had my volume sky high over here. Ooh, well, Lord. Oh, Lord. Anyway, hopefully, like I said, you guys are happy. You guys are healthy. You're having a good morning, or at least a good start to your morning, and I can help you, with a good start to your morning. Now, let's get to the meat and potatoes of this. Talos is the main villain of Secret Invasion. Now, if you haven't watched any episode of Secret Invasion, there's going to be spoilers. Um, because of the sensitivity of copyrights, because I've done that before with The Last of Us, I was going to bring up the videos um, of Secret Invasion, of Captain Marvel, actually a lot of stuff. But it's when I tell you, you gotta constantly fight copyrights with the big companies, you know what I mean? And I'm not getting paid, but I don't feel like, what I'm saying, having this copyright here, copyright there, even though all of this is supposed to be free use, you know what I'm saying, fair use. And I could be able to discuss that. I'm altering your video in a way to for educational and all of that purposes. They don't listen. They just continue to attack YouTubers. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna bring up any videos or anything like that. Um, but I can discuss what I have seen. And I believe that, again, Talos is the main villain, and he replaced Nick Fury a long time ago. I don't think it was I think it was just revealed. Again, I believe they've been playing Secret Invasion this whole entire time. And I know me and D Sizzle was talking. And he was like, man, but this the Secret Invasion storyline went on like 4 years, and it culminated to the an 8 issue series, which I agree 120% that series went on for a long time. But again, you got to see who was the scrolls and who weren't the scrolls. You got to see who was the Scrolls, who wasn't the Scrolls. You know what I'm saying? Early in that comic run, so you kind of knew. But in comics, again, there was a lot of storylines that were going on in the MCU. You know what I mean? That are completely different. That happened in the comics. And now in comics, everything is easier to put in print. Uh, I was uh, I was talking to the Jaded Fanboy when I was on Chillmonger's um channel on this weekend, and he was like, it's easy because you can make a guy, 40 years for a long time. You know what I'm saying? You can literally make the guy, what I'm saying, super old. You know what I mean? Forever, or in his mid 30s, mid 40s. You can't really do that in live action. Well, because we naturally grow old, all of that stuff, yada yada yada. And you got to put so much into a show, into a movie to be able to tell a complete story. So that's one of the biggest things that you have to realize when we start talking about these movies and stuff like that in storylines or story events. There's a lot of stuff, especially when you start talking about a connective universe. And we can all agree that this is a connective universe, or as connective as it can be. What's going on, bro? My brother's in the house. So I want to go back and I said I would. I mean, I'm not gonna play the video. Not gonna play it. Disney, please. This is fair use. This is fair use. But I want to show. There's things I want to go back for one to Captain Marvel, and I kept telling, man, hold up, before I even get to. I'm not gonna lie, hearing when I hear that opening theme of the MCU, it makes me feel a certain way. It makes me feel a certain way. But I want to hold up. Let me see if I can pull back a oldie but goodie that nobody watched at the time for me, and I'm going to try to find it. It's my interview with E Man, because I remember telling him um how much I actually liked Captain Marvel. He looked at me like I was crazy. Oh, excuse me. So give me just a. Ooh, I'm about to go back into my history. And the reason why I said that Captain Marvel is good and it doesn't get the respect that it deserves is because there was a lot that Captain Marvel set up that's paying dividends now, and that movie came out in 2019. And people just was thinking, oh well, you're just saying that because it was setting up the Avengers, it was setting up Secret Wars, yada yada yada. And I'm like, no, no, no. If you think about it, they introduced the scrolls, and again, we kept talking about. I'm gonna be able to edit that yet. Okay, and I was like, well, it's going to introduce the scrolls, and I was like, the biggest thing about introducing the scrolls now is because you could be able to have a situation. Oh, good lord! I was like, you could be able to do so much in this, and we were talking about the scroll invasion. When they introduced that, I'm like, yo, trust me when I tell you, it's gonna like I'm telling people about the Eternals. Yes, is it popular amongst fans? No. There's a lot of people that they went to go buy the merch and everything. No, but the implications towards the MCU and to the world they're trying to build, especially when you introduce Eternals and you start thinking about the X-Men in the land of Krakoa, if they do the Krakoa storyline, oh my God, you have to have the Eternals and the Deviants You know what I'm saying? In the Celestials, you have to tell that story, or you don't really properly tell the story of, you know, the mutant gene or how somebody can actually mutate. You have the mutants and the mutates. So you got to have all of these elements. But give me just a second because I'm going to try to find this clip that me and E-Man did a long time ago. The quality on this thing sucks. Simple Jack success. Let me try to see if I can find it real quick. So give me just a moment. Huh. Okay, let me try to, because I forgot we went like 2.5 hours, and I should have had this clip ready. Oh, hold on. So let me share my screen. So yeah, I'm just
we see. And then I just
it's
would
funny
continue to
because
be surprising if these things are happening in isolated
hold on, wait a minute. I'm a even I gotta play this
effect. I
real
mean,
quick.
keep in mind we all
Because this is and shout out to E-Man from E-Man's Movie Review.
want to say Doctor Strange comes before Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 3. But
Yeah.
even though that they're filming them at the same
Okay, let me kind of, because we were talking about Kane the Conqueror back then.
His character. But how all of this works, I mean, look, something is going to happen. It's going to
And
mess
mind you,
with
just
Doctor Strange.
just
I
before
mean,
we
first of
knew
all,
how
we
to
do have
work StreamYard,
timelines
see,
of
ain't
which
nobody
movie
liked this
comes first.
video.
Want to say Doctor Strange comes before Spider-Man 3.
Hold on, let me try to get you the Captain Marvel of it all.
I'm sure everybody on the streaming side, because you can't put the big money, the $300 million down, and get that $1 billion.
Hold on, guys.
good luck with that.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah, I got trust me, I had a lot of conversation about that. So I might have to go back and watch it. Like, yeah, it was okay. Try to get myself out of my feelings for that. So I appreciate E-Man. E-Man, what do you got going on right now? Forms together that black people are on, especially when we're talking about entertainment. We're talking
Okay. Notice went on for like forever.
because I heard
As
this was from Grace Reynolds, who has the her channel on YouTube, and she was saying from her sources that they're trying to pitch if the Snyder Cut is what everybody.
Okay. Give me my bad, y'all. My bad, y'all.
change, the essence
Right.
stayed the same. But this
Right.
character, this Lex Luthor, or
Okay. I think we went on like forever.
Okay.
like after every episode, you're gonna have to be like, all right, I need to collect myself real quick. This is
man.
gonna be too much.
Oh
Too
man.
much.
So hopefully they haven't said anything about a season 2. So hopefully they could do a.
Okay.
Okay.
Like after every
I'm gonna have to just find that clip. I'm gonna have to find that clip. Like off of here. And it's kind of in my ear. We had this is when I first started doing StreamYard. Obviously, you could just tell that the way that looked was terrible. You know what I'm saying? Using my phone, using my phone and everything. But E-Man was a good sport. Was kicking it. With me that day, but we was end up discussing Captain Marvel, and just like how he made that face about Grace Randolph, he made the face about Captain Marvel, and I said, "Look, Captain Marvel is going to be one of the best. Not when I go to say one of the best, but it's going to set up a lot of things this is going to make so much sense. You're going to have to go back and rewatch Captain Marvel and understand certain things about the aesthetic of the movie that they were setting up that maybe at the time wasn't good. I said the editing should have been a little bit rearranged and you have a well more cohesive storyline. But I went back and I kept rewatching Captain Marvel. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, look, Talos, to me, has been playing Nick Fury this whole entire time. You're not, okay, you're looking for this light speed engine. You come to find out that the light speed engine is the Tesseract. The Tesseract can send you literally throughout space in a heartbeat. It's a warp, it's a warp key. They can take you from space to space to space to space. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to do anything. Why would you didn't even need that to power up your ship? But that's what they were looking for. That's what Marvel was saying, that they need this ship. Da 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 da. Now, when he first encounters Nick Fury, he becomes his he takes on the persona of the director, which is Ben Mendelsohn. Now, Ben Mendelsohn has been known to play some of the best villains of all time. I mean, just look what he did in Road One. He's a great, like, if you think about Ben Mendelsohn, Ben Mendelsohn is a great villain, and he could play the villainous role quite well. And if this is supposed to be who can you trust, why? Just think about it for just a second. Why did Nick Fury, the spy, remember in the first Avenger, where Iron Man told him this is Nick Fury. This is a spy of spies. Even his secrets have secrets. This is supposed to be the ultimate. I mean, the spy among spies. And you're telling me he allowed, think about it. Just, I want y'all to really put it in your mind. He allowed himself to get vulnerable with aliens, with aliens. I don't give a damn if they're trying to get, just trying to find a home world. You let them get that close that you can impersonate, you let them impersonate you in all of that. You know what I mean? Where you can be able to fake your death and this person can come and you know what I'm saying, and become you and all the spy among spies. And you got that comfortable with an alien invasion, with aliens. So remember, in Spider-Man No Way Home, they said, "Hey, look, we got Kree sleeper cells here." That was a throwaway line. If you think about it, it's not so much a throwaway line. What the hell is going on where the spy among spies allows all these allows these scrolls to be able to have their homeworld on Earth when you're trying to defend it? When in the Avengers, when Tony Stark said, "Hey, when the aliens roll up in the club this time, a bouncer will be able to stop them." That's why he created Ultron. You ought to be who went to go see them during that time? Nick Fury. But you're starting to ask yourself, what Nick Fury is this? Nick Fury so far hasn't, like, the Nick Fury that we met in Captain Marvel is way different than the Nick Fury that we met in the Avengers or in Iron Man, in these other movies, because he was supposed to be the secret top spy. Then you go back and you start looking at some of the movies, and I believe he was replaced in Captain America Winter Soldier. It was a perfect time to quote unquote kill off, you know what I'm saying, his essence, so he can allow things to move. But for some reason, I don't think that was Nick Fury. Well, you say, well, why? Okay, Nick Fury is supposed to have a wife, right? In Captain Marvel, I don't think there was any mention of him when she asked him, when they were taking a little road trip, you know what I'm saying? There was no mention of a wife, no anything. And again, I'm not going to play. I'm just going to show the stills. So please, don't copyright me. Because I know how sensitive that they could be on this. When they're having this conversation, right? In the bar. And they're basically kind of getting to know each other. Right? When Carol and Fury is trying to get an understanding, right? In this particular sequence, he never mentions that he has a wife or any family. Now, mind you, oh Jesus, is that what it is? Okay, now mind you that in this particular scene, also, he was trying to figure out what her angle was about, also. But to me, this Fury seems more of someone who he doesn't seem like a spy. First of all, you got him, you know what I mean? You got him going at the flirting, you know what I'm saying, with this obsession with cats. And then you meet the Nick Fury that we know. There's no obsession with cats. There's none of that. So why all of a sudden this Fury is totally different in 1995 than the Fury that we met, that we really got to know in the Avengers? I believe that the Skrulls started impersonating him a long time ago. And to me, this wasn't like an 8, because if you think about this movie, Carol went, and this is leading up in the conversation, but Carol and Nick basically had, I mean, if you're talking about alien invasion or aliens being there, think about it. Carol went and destroyed the Kree before they can ever hold on. Destroyed the Kree before they could ever invade Earth. When Rona the Accuser came in, she went through them like hot butter, like a knife through hot butter. So again, if you watch the character of Fury in this one, and then you start watching all the rest of it, when did he become super hardcore? When did he start becoming the Nick that we know now? Now, I will tell you this. The one person who was acting in that mood was Talos. Talos was the one who was really the spy. Hold on. I wonder if I at least play 5 seconds of it. Are they going? I mean, they were already showing you. God dang it. They were already showing you things that could happen with the Skrulls. Right? They were already showing you how intelligent and how, smart and how secretive that the Skrulls could be. And because they are shapeshifters, they are the ultimate spy, right? These are the ones who are the ultimate spy. And remember, this is Talos. Talos is the leader of this faction that was quote unquote trying to get home. But if they were trying to get home, why was the Kree locating them on other worlds? Right? Now it starts to make you wonder, was the Kree really as bad as you think they are? Or is the Skrulls not as good as we think they are? Because think about it like this. What's up, D Stizzle? Top of the morning to ya. But think about it like this. If the Skrulls had a chance to go home and Marvel had the Tesseract, right? If Marvel had the Tesseract, she was so trying to help these people get relocated, right? Because remember, the Kree always said in Captain Marvel that they were trying to invade different planets in the Kree Skrull world. Now we're starting to see that fruition in Secret Invasion right now. So why wouldn't it not make sense for Talos to play Nick Fury? And what I mean by play, intelligently play on his heartstrings and all of that. Because the Nick Fury that we meet here before Skrulls, I'm not going to lie to you, go back and watch it. He's more naive than he is later on to me. He's just an agent for Shield that's gathering information. He's a desk guy. He doesn't seem like the type of guy who is out in the field actually doing spy stuff. Even though he says it, I don't get that energy in this movie compared to the Nick Fury that we meet in the Avengers and Iron Man 2. You know what I'm saying? In Age of Ultron, yada, yada, yada. I don't see it. Because again, why would a spy who is the spy amongst spies allow aliens that you don't know? You don't know these people. All you know is they told you that they need to get home. They got little alien children. I get that. E.T. was good too. But E.T. had to get his ass up out of here. He had to phone home. He had to go. Because we don't want a bunch of ETs running around here. First of all, the government. You know what I'm saying? And what the government would do. Now, part two, why you don't want these aliens coming here. You already got a problem in the world with overpopulation, not enough resources, food. Why the hell would you think it's okay for them to stay here? You know what I mean? This is what the whole thing about the blip, if you go back and think about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the whole thing about the blip was there was finally resources and Thanos was right. People, couldn't help but border with each other who had totally differences with each other, whether it was black, white, this country didn't like that country, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, you know what I mean? They were able to live in harmony. So that's why Corey Morgenthau was like, yo, y'all don't understand, during the blip, we all got together, was one people, one world. That was the whole theme of it. You understand? Then when everybody blipped back, which was taken as a joke in Spider-Man No Way Home, you really start to see the impact of it in Falcon and the Winter Soldier show. Now, what does that have to do with Talos being the mastermind of all of this? First of all, there was Nick Fury supposed to have a wife. He's telling his daughter that his wife died. I don't believe that. I believe there's another Skrull impersonating Talos. Because, and I'm going to tell you the reason why I believe this. So, so many reasons so far in this show. But I'm going to tell you why I believe this. There's a clip of Talos meeting Galvic or Gallic. I think it's Gallic. And all the rest of the people become Gallics. Kingsley Benair? I can't think of it. How you pronounce his name. But there's all these other people that stand up and now they're him. If that's the case, wouldn't it not be so far-fetched that someone else is being the Talos face that we know? Because I'm gonna tell you why. That there's a reason for this. Let me go back to when Talos them first got to Earth. When they first got to Earth, where's the scene at? Yep, here it goes. Right here. Hold on. Let me go back a little bit. Let me go back. So he impersonates this girl. The other, okay, look, the other one impersonates the girl, right? Right? And he was like, hold up, this one is taken. So we already know that they can be able to shapeshift into anybody at any given time. And now that you got a machine that can take the memories of the person, which we seen this at the beginning of Captain Marvel, so that's not far fetched. Now they got the power to be able to touch him in this machine to gather all their information. Now we see two scrolls right here that's impersonating the same person. Would it not be out of the stretch or the reach of imagination that these two, that another scroll, there's four of them here, that another scroll can impersonate Talos also? You know what I mean? Just think about it. Just think about it for just a second. That would make more sense if you're trying to really evade it. You're trying to throw off everybody. Maybe the real scroll who is trying to help wasn't Talos at all. That it was the scroll who got attacked by Carol Danvers and got away. You see what I mean? So there's a scroll that attacks that Carol Danvers attacks in the further scenes, but this one gets away. This is the one that you had that he fought on the train, right? This particular one gets away. Here, she's looking for him. Hold up, I thought I went to the scene. Yeah, she's looking for him, and he's gone. Another scroll starts hanging with Nick Fury. That he finds out that's a scroll, but remember, there's a scroll that is missing that she went to go look for. And now, hold on. And now this scroll has been missing for God knows how long. Yep, I mentioned this. This is the one that I mentioned on Chill Show. Yep, this is the theory that I mentioned on Chill Show. Now, let me stop sharing this real quick, because we're going to get out of Captain Marvel real quick, and I'm going to see if they got Spider-Man Far From Home on here now? But in Spider-Man Far From Home, they mention, hold on. Let me see if dang, can I go over? Can I go across? Okay. I don't think that it's in here, but nope, don't want that. Let me go back. So in Spider-Man Far From Home, he mentions how easily it was for Mysterio to trick them, right? Remember, that was a big thing too. Like, how was I supposed to know, he was tricking us like this? I feel bad because I'm a Skrull and this is what I do. Do you think someone that is the leader, that's so much this supposed to be so intelligent, as Talos, because it doesn't seem right that they impersonated, what they did. They impersonated Nick Fury and Maria Hill, right? And all of a sudden, you don't get. Hold on, let me see. You get a Nick Fury who didn't, or a Talos who didn't know that he could be tricked by someone like Mysterio. I don't think No Way Home is on here, or Far From Home. I don't think that one's on here. I think it's just Homecoming is on here. I think it's just Homecoming. Because it won't even let me go over now. But this is my thing again. The Fury that we met in the first Captain America, or I'm sorry, not in the first game, even Captain America at the end. The Nick Fury that we meet in 1995 is totally different than the Nick Fury that we meet in the Avengers. And then on top of that, you meet a Nick Fury in Captain America: The Winter Soldier that gets shot and dies, right? And he said he used this thing where it slows down the heart rate and all of that, which makes sense. You could do that. It's a spy thing. I'm not taking that away from him. No, Spider-Man is not on here. Wow. Just the first MCU Spider-Man. And then all of a sudden, we're supposed to believe that Talos is just again. Talos was in the process of trying to get the information from Carol Danvers, who was Marvel, trying to break that information down so they get home. But again, where is their home? Why couldn't they escape back to their home world? Why were they just floating in space for 30 years? So you're telling me they've been floating in space with all this technology? They just had uh, um, Carol Danvers and Maria Rambeau just went out into space, and a prototype Quinjet. You're telling me these people couldn't go find a home? Like, think about it, dude. In 30 years, they went out into space. Carol Danvers defeated Ronan the Accuser. She's been going out and doing other space stuff. You're telling me in 30 years they couldn't find you a new home? That sounds like some bullcrap to me. I don't think it's lazy writing. I think it's intentional. Because there's no way in the world. And you know what, bro? She still could be alive. I believe it wouldn't surprise me if the wife that Nick Fury has been hiding this whole entire time is Gaia's mom, is Talos's actual wife. And he's going around telling his daughter that she's dead for sympathy so she can move out of this rebel faction from Gallic, you know what I mean, onto her side. But we got to see. It's just something that just does not smell right about this. It doesn't smell right. And again, if let's go back to Falcon and the Winter Soldier just for a second. It's got to be a better explanation. In 30 years, you had a prototype Quinjet that went out into space, and if they needed the Tesseract so bad, guess who had it? The United States government had it this whole entire. Hell, the Flurkin upchucked it. So Nick Fury had, dude. Nick Fury had this the whole entire time. So if the end of Captain Marvel, Nick Fury has the Tesseract. They needed the Tesseract for the Lightspeed engine. Why in the hell that they did not use the Tesseract in the machine to get him home? Why did Nick Fury use all these scrolls to start Saber? Like, if you think about it, the black man failed to find us a home isn't good enough. Like that. I like that. I gotta put that back up. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Yeah, dude, it's something that just don't smell right. And my whole thing is Marvel was supposed to find him a Lightspeed engine to go home. Matter of fact, I wonder man, they better not give me no. Man, this is fair use. Maybe if I play it without the audio and just put up the and put up the closed caption, would I be okay? Now, mind you, this movie came out in 2019, was 1995 in. Hold on, because I'm about to. Okay. Where is? Let me see if I get the closed captioning. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's play a little game real quick. And let's go back to here. Now, mind you, the whole entire time, do we have any information we can act on? Right? Now, this is Talos. This was Talos trying to find information, right? To look for, you know what I mean, the Tesseract. That was just lost. It was somewhere on C-53, so they're breaking it down. Now, this is Talos trying to dig a little deeper into what's going on. Lawson is our link to the Lightspeed engine. Hold on, let me full screen. Hold on. Matter of fact, I'm going to take away the overlay real quick. Lawson is our link to that Lightspeed engine. If that was the case, and they end up getting the Tesseract anyway. Now, this is Talos leading. And everything we are after. We're after. What else are they after? If they get the Lightspeed engine, they can go home. But what else are they after? Think about it for just a second. What else are they after if they only need the Lightspeed engine? Right? What other information did they need? And if Talos is saying this and he got to Earth, and if the person that's in their way is the Kree, wouldn't you want to play the people who can help you out, those sympathy and all of this stuff on there to defeat your enemy? Isn't that what spies do? Isn't that what someone from a rebel faction would do if they're trying to gather as much information as they possibly can to be able to accomplish their goal? Wouldn't that be the smart thing to do? Is to use all that you can? You know what I mean? Look, he's getting ready to look. Now, what other information did he was trying to find? He was trying to find more, end up finding Marvel and who she was. And it wouldn't surprise me, D, if Queen Veronica, Veranke, it wouldn't surprise me if that's was Talos's mom this whole entire time. I mean Talos's wife this whole entire time. Well, that would redact what happened in this movie. So maybe she's pulling the strings, and that's why it's almost like the worker ants to the queen ant, or the worker bees to the queen bee. Maybe they was getting all this information the whole entire time so they could be able to make sure that she's well taken care of. You know what I mean? The home they were talking is Earth. I think they wanted to warp drive to bring their exact. That's what I'm thinking. Again, if we all know what the Tesseract is now. The Tesseract is a means to be able to transport from place to place. You don't need. It's not an engine. It's not something you put in and be like, oh snap, I could go faster. No, you can teleport. You can transport. How easy would it be to use the Tesseract, just like to use the Tesseract to open up and we seen this. What movie did we see where they used the Tesseract to open up a portal so big they could bring an alien invasion, a real alien invasion down. The Avengers. So it is not in the realm of impossibility for them to open up a portal for a planet to another to bring all their people over to this planet, and that's why they needed the Tesseract, which Nick Fury had. He had the Tesseract this whole entire time. And you can use the Tesseract's energy as a weapon, which we seen in Captain America, the first Captain America, when they got the Tesseract. You know what I mean? They've been having the Tesseract. This is not nothing new. The Tesseract played hot potato. Because remember, Red Skull had it. This show needs Reed Richards, an expert on scrolls. Yes. Maybe they're setting, and I think with this could set up, this could perfectly set up Fantastic Four, since they already announced Adam Driver as Reed Richards. You know what I mean? Anyone who knows comics knows the scrolls ain't never been good. And just think about it. Kevin Feige in the early days of Marvel, and I'm saying the early days of Marvel before everybody started shitting on Marvel and how terrible they are, yada, yada, yada. Remember, he was like, well, this one they're good, even though that they're bad. If you're setting up twists and turns and to throw people off, would you not make one people look good and not the other one to throw everybody off from the jump? From the jump. For one, can you trust this? Can you trust his face? This little guy right here. I don't trust that. I don't trust it. Look at that man's face. I don't trust him. No, I don't trust it. I don't trust this guy. You know what I mean? And in the beginning of Secret Invasion, they talk about how that you can't believe anything. I'm trying to skip ahead. Because this is the thing. Talos was way too cool in this subject. If for one, if it comes to find out that there's a faction of the Kree that's actually good, right? Now, let's say for instance that Jude Law's character, I forgot his name, y'all can put it in the comments. That Jude Law's character, his intentions in the Supreme Intelligence was actually right. What if they were right the whole entire time? If they needed Brie Larson's Captain Marvel as the ultimate weapon. But yeah, they did brainwash her so she can help in the Kree Skrull world. You know what I mean? Just think about it like this. Yeah, they always been. Why would you change the dynamic of it in the MCU? They've always been evil. You know what I mean? They always been sneaky little sons of guns. She wanted you to help us find the core. So if she wanted you to help her find the core, if Marvel was so, again, if Marvel was so for them getting home, Young Rod, thank you. Young Rod, because I couldn't think of dude's name. I was just call him Jude Law. But if she was so for getting the Kree, you know what I'm saying, to a home world, Carol knew this. What the hell did Carol need to do after this? To go against the Kree? Obviously, that didn't happen because Ronan the Accuser came in Guardians of the Galaxy. So obviously, she didn't bust no ass then this whole entire time. You know what I mean? She didn't do anything to help the Skrulls. What up, Blue? Yo, what it do? Yes, Talos will be the villain. He'll turn. And again, playing the long game, like in wrestling. You know what I'm saying? You play the long game. You know what I'm saying? Yes, people probably will be more shocked when he turned than when Stone Cold aligned with Mr. McMahon in WrestleMania 19. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Stone Cold Steve Austin, you son of a bitch. Aligning with Mr. McMahon. Damn it. Damn it. I can just see casual fans pissed. And I would love every minute of this theory comes through. Because, like I said, Carol didn't have nothing else to do. All of this, she's been off road and she's been doing this and she's been doing that. If this is the line, think about it like this. If this is the line, she wanted you to help us find the core. Did Carol help her find the core? No. Especially if they're pulling from his comic counterpart. Yes. If this line, she wanted you to help us find the core. They find the Tesseract. Nick Fury has the Tesseract. And again, they're talking about building this. We see that they build Saber. Now, I don't know about you, but I can see them spending 30 years to build a space station. Because hell, the bridge, they knocked down a bridge over where I go to work at that still hasn't been fixed yet. And this is going on 5 months. So I know it could have took 30 years to be able to build this Saber space station. Carol should have taken them to a planet where Thanos was chill. They could have took them to Titan. It was me, Austin. It was me all along. Or was Seth Rollins turned their back on the Shield? God damn it! What is this? God damn it! Seth Rollins, what are you doing? Oh my God! He just hit Dean Ambrose. Oh my God! Roman Reigns. Oh my God! Seth Rollins, you son of a bitch! Or the ultimate heel turn with Shawn Michaels kicked Marty Jannetty through that barbershop window. Or Hulk Hogan giving the big boot to Macho Man and being part of NWO. What the hell is this? Hulk Hogan, you son of a bitch. But oh man, don't talk wrestling. Don't talk wrestling. Trust me, if I had time, if I worked during the day and I made the money that I make during the day that I make overnight, trust me, I have Tuesdays. I have my wrestling recaps. Trust me, this channel I will have to have a couple of channels. You know what I'm saying? Just talking wrestling, comic books, the whole nine. Trust me, I just don't have the time. But again, this has always been the clue for me. She wanted you to help us find the core. She didn't help him find the core. She didn't help him do nothing. She didn't help him do anything. This is literally years before the snap. This is what, 20 years before the snap? This is 95. So this was 20 some odd years before the snap. So again, what was the core really the thing? And then I'm gonna give you another one. I'm gonna get out this one. I hate that this now they made the Kree out to be bad, and I mean, yeah, technically they are. I don't like this the fact that I can't go backwards on the on here. But again, that's one of them. But does this Nick Fury look like the same Nick Fury that's in the promo for Captain Marvel 2? No, not at all. Hold on. Let me see if I can find. I'm gonna go. I had to not play the volume. Okay. Before this scene, remember they bugged Tony Stark was the smart one. Now, remember, this is what he said. I still gotta watch that too. I'm gonna get to some of you guys' comments. Now, when he said, what is phase 2? Now, think about this. If Red Skull knew how to make the weapons, right? Red Skull made sure that he knew how to use the Tesseract to make weapons. We learned that in Captain America: First Avenger. Then Nick Fury used it for phase 2. Hydra infiltrated Shield. Would it not make and Falcon at the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, we found out that Sharon Carter, which my brother called Sugar Mama Sharon, was the broker, right? We have all of Shield's information, former Shield. If you're trying to start an invasion, if you're trying to take over, would you not infiltrate Shield, United States government, all of these, so you could be able to have weapons to fight your enemies in the Kree Skrull War? Remember, they said that there were sleeper cells. There's sleeper cells on Earth, Kree sleeper cells. Would it not make sense for you to infiltrate and take over for Nick Fury and become the dominant world power? Sharon Carter most definitely is a Skrull. You know what I mean? Armor Wars I believe the Armor Wars movie now is going to be a movie, is a continuation of this Kree Skrull war because they needed all the tech and all the information so they can continue their invasion. If you think Secret Invasion ends this whole entire invasion storyline, you got another thing coming, because I believe it's going to bleed into Dark Reign. You know what I mean? It's going to bleed into Dark Reign. It's going to bleed into Secret Wars. It's going to bleed into Fantastic Four, because then you most definitely can introduce Super Skrull once you have all of all of the Fantastic Four with all of their powers. You know what I mean? Instead of fighting Galactus, therefore have them fight the Super Skrull, which would be awesome and amazing. Yes, Sugar Mama Sharon is a Skrull. Sugar Mama Sharon is a Skrull. Because she ain't been right. She hasn't been if Thanos was the biggest threat, because remember, if they need the light speed engine, which is the Tesseract, but you have a threat like Thanos who comes down and says, there's not a lot of resources, yada, yada, yada. You need all this population. He ended up getting all 5 Infinity Stones, or all 6 Infinity Stones, snapped everybody out of existence. You know what I'm saying? Snap half of the people out of existence. Wouldn't that be a threat to what you're trying to do? If you're trying to infiltrate, if you're trying to take over this Earth, because half of your people is gone too. Yeah, her whole characterization is off. You know what I mean? Just like I believe that Everett Ross was a Skrull to help infiltrate. If you're trying to infiltrate the United States, they already showed that, they're trying to start a war in what is that, Brazil? You know what I mean? Or Colombia or something like that. At the beginning of Secret Invasion. If America's a world power, what do you think Wakanda is? and why they want Everett Ross was infiltrating Wakanda. That's why it would make way more sense if you can explain recasting T'Challa in a way that does not disrespect the legacy. All that, oh, disrespect the legacy of Chadwick Boseman. Okay, well, make that version of Skrull. Make that version of Skrull. You know what I'm saying? The one who came during they came back from the blip. You know what I'm saying? Or after they fought in Infinity War, make him get replaced. That's why, you know, living there and not having the nutrients and the resources of their home planet, why he died of a secret of an illness, which I explained this theory. Me and Be Real with Be Real with D-Roll. We talked about this on our show. Make it easier for him to die of a mysterious illness, because remember, if he stays a Skrull for so long, if he stays in that human form for so long, they can't even detect that he is a Skrull. They already made the human technology, even in Wakanda, cannot detect that he's been a Skrull this whole entire time, or for a number of years, because he is trying to destabilize. Matter of fact, you can go back and say after the events of Captain America, Civil War, that T'Challa was replaced, and the reason why he was acting so different. You know what I'm saying? Did his counterpart is in Captain America Civil War, because the Captain America in Civil War and the Captain America, the Black Panther in Civil War, and the Black Panther that we meet in Black Panther are two totally different kind of characters. If you really think about it, you know, I understand open up your borders, but opening up Wakanda has never been the option for real in the comics. Never been. So if you really wanted to say, you know, because why would you open up your borders? Why would you share your resources? You know what I mean? You can make it where, hey, it would be easier to destabilize the biggest power and the biggest threat to a Skrull invasion would be destabilizing. I can't talk. Destabilizing Wakanda, which would be a threat. Is all I'm getting at, and that's why I believe Talos is the main villain of this, because he can play all of this stuff, make it seem like it's all sympathy and we're just good guys and yada yada yada. Bull crap. It's going to be a flip. It's going to be the flip of this, and it'll make it so much better. All right, let me get to some of you guys. Let me get this off the screen before I get in trouble with them. That's what I believe. I believe Talos will be the main villain, because all of this, and like I said, you can retcon a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Why this person was acting funny? Why this person was this? You know what I mean? So let me just get to yep, and I think I read that. You're giving a lot of people more reason to hate Carol Danvers now because she did nothing to help the Skrulls. Hey, Monica is pissed off because now you can get an Exorian elixir to be able to, I forgot who she was getting it for. Was she getting it for Tony Stark or something? To help him out, but you couldn't get that Exorian elixir to help your best friend beat cancer? I mean, I don't hate her. I like good storytelling. I like good storytelling when you hate somebody so bad that you can't that it all makes sense. It's a good villain and a good hero. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't like. You know what I'm saying? Why you think heel Roman Reigns is so over than he was when he was a good guy? People like heel Roman Reigns. A lot of kids our age were heavy into wrestling as well as absolutely. Rockin' wrestling, you know what I'm saying? Junkyard Dog, Roddy Piper, my man Sting. I wish they could have brought Carol into the show because she's hella flawed for not helping out. She flaked on the Skrulls and exactly. And just think about it like this: to know that she had that big of a flaw, wouldn't that make Miss Marvel look at her a little bit different instead of just fangirling off of somebody. They see her flaws, and you can be able to play into that, and that'll make it better, better storytelling, better reaction, better. Hey, even though I'm a superhero and I got these powers, I can't just look at all these people as heroes, man, because they're just as human as I am. Good storytelling. Yeah, so gotta watch the Stanley documentary. Avengers 1 is still my favorite Avengers run. I love Avengers 1. Actually, Age of Ultron, which is basically like a week of Ultron, that's actually way better than what I thought about. And Ultron wasn't lying either. If you really think about it, Ultron was not lying. We haven't seen any dope weapon for Shield though. Look at the weapons he is using. Say issue 45. Yeah, and then again, if Shield was making these weapons out of the Tesseract, would it make more sense for them to get those those weapons to help them against the Kree, who are sleeper cells in that it's still a thing. They're sleeper cells. You know what I mean? So what if some of the people, the pink skinned people, I hate to say it like that, white folks, don't get me canceled, but they call them pink skinned Kree, are also in the United States and world governments also. Man, oh my God. Oh my God. Sugar Mama Sharon is a scroll. Yep. Sharon better be a scroll or characterization is completely off. And then you go from this Sharon Carter, who was looking at Legacy of her Aunt Peggy, and yada yada yada, helped Captain America, went to go kiss old Captain America. You know what I'm saying? Then became a pimp out here running the streets. You know what I'm saying? Being a broker during the nah, cuz I don't believe it, cuz. Nate Marvel was I'm trying to figure what he's allergic to source material. Oh, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. He's allergic to source material, hence the weird characterization. I don't know what's up with him with that. You know what I mean? But it will make so much sense. Man, I hate the Captain Marvel film Avengers told a superior Carol Marvel. Oh, Earth Mightiest Heroes. So a superior Carol Marvel Kree story. And again, it's easier to write and print than it is to write these movies. You got deadlines, you got things you cut, editing to me, de-stizzle. And this is something because I was watching the video on the Toys That Made Us. I don't know if you've ever watched the Toys That Made Us, but the Toys That Made Us has the episode with Transformers, right? And they have Bob Budiansky talking about how much he had a deadline with Marvel to be able to create these characters and all of this and yada yada yada. He only had like a weekend to come up with all these characters' names, backstories, all of this. You know what I'm saying? And then create Transformers #1. You know what I'm saying? And also give that information to Hasbro to, you know what I'm saying, so they can put that information on the back of the boxes for the toys. Now, just think about that magnified when you're trying to do a movie and you have a certain deadline, especially the way these studios are trying to pump out $1 billion franchises like your No Limit Records. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Hold on. Voice is getting a little. So I'm not making any excuses, but after watching Bob Budiansky talk about that, it makes a lot more sense why it's so hard and why the writer's strike right now is so prevalent, because they try to push this stuff out like, wait, you know what I mean? I'm using stuff y'all know, y'all from the hood, y'all know. They're trying to push this stuff out like, wait, and they're trying to make a hell of a lot of residual income. And sometimes when you're trying to do that and you're not paying the people who's writing in producing and editing and special effects, you're not paying them, and you're over you're pushing them to the limit without getting the compensation. You need all these deadlines, stuff suffers. And quality is way better than quantity. I get why you did Captain Marvel, bro. It's all good. And again, I look at it, I look at it again, because I like Brie Larson. I like her as a actress. I'm not gonna say I love her, but I like her as an actress. She was really good in Fast 10. You know what I mean? I liked her in Kong Skull Island. But in here, I've been intrigued for with the scrolls for a long time. And when I go back and I rewatch this movie, because I'm a Samuel Jackson fan, also it's been my god since Juice, but or since Coming to America, actually. When I go back and look, and I can say, hey, you know that they have a whole story here that, if you think about it, will be amazing, because you could do this and you could do that, especially with the scrolls and you know what I'm saying, and Nick Fury. And if Nick Fury was a cat lover and he had Goose the cat this whole entire time, think about also this. You know what I'm saying? Why they didn't scratch up why he didn't go after Talos? Why did Goose the cat could have easily, you know what I'm saying, shoot up on the scroll too? Because remember, he was like, oh, that thing is a flurkin. That ain't a regular house cat. So flurkin. I don't fool with no flurkins. I'm good on that. Right? Why Nick didn't have that same flurkin that was in his office when he became the director of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Just saying. It's just for me, everything in that film irked the hell out of me. Only thing I don't like about Captain Marvel is the editing. And what I mean by that, it's the way that they moved. If they would have told the backstory, like they would have showed flashbacks, like once they put her on that machine and you saw her trying to sleep, and she has a flashback of her kicking it with Maria and she's trying to figure it out, like the flashbacks that we saw, they would have did that in the beginning of the movie. So when she goes and sees her, she's like, I know you and I'm so sorry, and this happened or whatever, and I just could not remember. But we see all the flashbacks of her having a good time with her friend, and it's more drawn out. It's more there's more story, like 5 minutes more storytelling just within the flashbacks at the beginning of the movie when they're messing with her mind and she's getting triggered. You know what I'm saying? Not just seeing scrolls shoot, you know what I'm saying, Marvel, but to actually see what is really going, what was really going on with her past would have made it a lot better. So when we got to the Maria Rambeau stuff, and we got to that going into the climax of the third act, it would make more sense. You know what I'm saying? But it still doesn't make any more sense that she left her too. And that if the Lightspeed engine was so important, why didn't Carol use it when it was the possession of Nick Fury to get them a home world? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, and that was the problem. If you go and re-edit that film and place her flashbacks in the right moments, it makes the film even better. To me, it makes the film even better. I thought Captain Marvel was good, not the best, but damn sure not the worst. They made her hella OP too quick, and then didn't capitalize on. Remember, this came right before Infinity War, and then Endgame came out the next year, and they showed her why. You know what I'm saying? She was giving Thanos had to did he punch her with the no, he didn't punch her with the Infinity Gauntlet. He hit her with one of the with the Power Stone or something. Had to punch that broad about her like pop, uppercut the shit out of Carol too. This Secret Invasion show can retcon a lot. And again, the things that you don't like about the MCU can well, except for She-Hulk, there's no saving that. I'm sorry, there's no saving. That's the worst thing that Marvel has put out, and there's no. You see, she hasn't been. Have y'all thought about this? She ain't been mentioned since at all. Nothing against the actor. Tatiana Maslowski is an excellent actress. Excellent actress. It ain't her fault she got that script. That's not her fault. Ed Blue agreed on being OP for the jump like Thor with the Odin Force Thor 1. I don't, because we have characters like Superman, Batman is written super OP with plot armor. I don't have no problem with Carol Danvers and a lot of other people just being OP from the jump. I really don't. Especially when you got somebody like Superman, who is literally from the jump. When you say, oh, that's Superman, well, what's the difference of Captain Marvel and Superman, especially when she goes binary? She's damn near impossible to stop. Yeah, bottom of the barrel maggot juice. I'm talking about crawling there swimming. Ugh, I love me some maggot juice. Garbage. Anyway, all right. Oh, what do you guys think? Talos is the main villain. Let me know what you guys think. Eric Shaw, hope they take the time to retcon some horrible decisions. It won. Recast T'Challa. For one. Y'all got any questions? If y'all got any questions, go ahead. I'm going to be on here for a little bit of time, hang out with you guys. Don't forget, Blue is in the house. You know what I'm saying? We have a new show that's getting ready to drop here soon, which is the Blurred as Experience. I'm trying to keep my most definitely She-Hulk. I watched Thor and Love and Thunder way before I watched She-Hulk. She-Hulk was, and I can see they were trolling us, but that was a blow to my intelligence, man. And as a man, the way that they were portraying men in there, man, you had to be some simp ass dude to be considered a real man. Man, fuck all that. Sorry, I wasn't trying to cuss, but Superman has kryptonite. He's vulnerable to magic, though. This girl has 0 weaknesses. If you really think about it, like, especially if she goes binary, do she have any? Her weakness is not in the MCU yet, bro. Her weakness is Rogue, and she's not in the MCU yet. Then I can't wait for that to happen. Oh my God. Blurred as fuck experience. Yes. Matter of fact, let me stop this. So let me show you guys. Give me just a second because I got something for you guys. Oh yeah, and I was on TMZ yesterday too. I had my 15 minutes 15 seconds of fame on TMZ yesterday, and I had the guy from TMZ get pissed off at me because I said that Patti LaBelle was old. He said, "We're not gonna do Patty like that. Patty's a treasure." And she's also old. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm gonna get to, because some of these comments are hilarious. She-Hulk was a horrible troll. It was bad. I don't mind trolling, but it should not be at the fun. It should have been a fun troll, not insulting your audience. Yeah, fuck that show. Fuck you. You better recognize, bitches. Decision making is over with, and she's an alcoholic. Hey, bring that into the storyline. I'm down for that. All right, so let me share with you guys, and I'm going to take myself off the screen. I'm gonna full screen this. Matter of fact, let me take this overlay off. All right, I'm showing y'all the first official intro for the Blurred as Fuck experience. Let's go. So that is the first official intro for the Blurred as Fuck show experience. It wouldn't surprise me if that's going to be the next thing, unless we find now Rolly was a scroll and he's in one of those crown chambers somewhere. But yeah, so the Blurred SAF experience will start next Monday, 7 o'clock Central Time. So make sure you guys are has notifications on so you don't want to miss that show. It's going to be fun. We um me, Blue, Mika, we're gonna have a great time doing that show. Also, let me go ahead and make sure. Does Mika G have a fan club? She does now. That's hilarious. We're gonna make sure Mika G has a fan club so she can get some love in this month. She does a lot of great stuff, so you know what I mean. We're gonna make sure that she has a fan club going. But let me make sure to put to give y'all this information real quick. Dre with the 5 o'clock shadow. Go ahead.
What's up? This your man Dre Mac. Want a chance to win a little bit of my money?
Got my money?
Well, all you got to do is like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Go ahead and hit the bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. You know why? Because I'm trying to hit 2,000 subscribers.
Baby needs shoes. My wife needs clothes.
Once I hit 2,000 subscribers, if you like, share, and subscribe to this channel, you will actually have a chance to win a $100 gift card.
Message.
Again, like, share, subscribe, share with your friends. Once I hit 2,000 subscribers, I'm giving away $100. Want a chance to win? All you got to do is do that, and I'll see you on the other side. Hopefully, you're the winner.
All right, so still running the contest. So I am still trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. So make sure when you're watching this, you're sharing it. Put like, share, subscribe on Twitter and all of that. Just try to get to 2,000 subscribers. As soon as I hit that, I'm giving away some money. Yeah, Secret Invasion needs Spider Woman, and that'd be dope if they could let Sony use just Jessica Drew. They even got to call her Spider Woman. Just have Jessica Drew there. You know what I mean? But I don't think that's gonna happen. Especially with her upcoming Jessica Drew movie was supposed to be drop it. I don't think it's gonna happen. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, stopping in with me. My voice is just getting bad right now. But again, make sure you guys to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you never ever miss one of my videos. You know what I mean? If you guys got any questions or any comments, make sure to put it in here. I got about a couple more minutes left.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that up, B.
Okay. If y'all got any more, I'm gonna take a couple more questions or comments or whatever before I go. D Sizzle said, "Peace. Let's get out of here. Wrap that shit up, B." You know, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap it up. All right. Thank you guys for, again, hanging with me. Again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell notification so you never, and no rock means ever, miss one of my episodes again. Until next time, I'll holler at you later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all have a good rest of your day. Where's my outro?
If you came to this part of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you want to get a little bit more personal with me, make sure that you follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe higher.